So what's the key? How do you start the conversation? You're smiling, you're in a good mood, and you're helping people, and you're just not talking about solar. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining on time. We're going to go ahead and start this. My name is Arturo Rodriguez. Those of you that don't know me, everybody knows me as Turkey. Well, most of you. It's finally cold out here in Dallas. So we woke up with like 38 degrees. It's chilly out there, but it's good. So winter's here, guys. So we got to start talking about, it's getting dark. It's getting dark by 6:30, guys. We can't be, by the time we start door knocking at 6, because we like to door knock at 6 o'clock because, well, that's when people are home. People are, yesterday, as a matter of fact, we were out there at 3, and everybody, one of our new consultants actually mentioned saying, hey, everybody's in Zoom meetings. Everybody we knocked is in meetings. Everybody's working. Yeah, that's the whole point of why we knock after 5:30 is because people don't get off work till 5, most of them homeowners. And so, it's going to be more challenging, now that it gets dark sooner, guys. So I'm going to talk about breaking the ice, starting a solar conversation other than being knocking doors, because a lot of people also don't like knocking doors, which is perfectly fine. We're in an industry where you can go ahead and get leads from wherever you want. You can buy leads, you can go door knock, do social media, you could do friends and family referrals, but it's always good to have different streams. Okay, so now that we have different streams, I'm going to talk about how we can start that solar conversation anywhere you're at. And it's very simple. It's simpler than what you think. So a lot of you will be surprised, especially what this entails. A lot of people, yesterday I had this in Spanish, and to my surprise, I got a lot of feedback, and everybody was saying, well, we thought there was a little bit more to it because, sometimes we overthink it. And that's just the problem that us salespeople do a lot of times, guys. We overthink, and we make this little bitty problem into this huge because we're so used to abstract thinking and critical thinking and doing this and doing that we think it just takes a lot more, but in reality it doesn't. Okay, guys, so how many of you guys struggle with, even at the door, creating that conversation, or you get the door slammed in the face or the phone hung up as soon as you mention solar? A lot of times as soon as you say, hi, my name is Arturo Rodriguez, hi, my name is so-and-so, boom, you get hung up, door shuts off. But why? So I'm going to talk about why that happens, and let me go ahead and share this real quick. Now, the number one thing that people shut off is because all of us are so used to actually getting sold. Okay, so everywhere we go, we get sold. I mean, I got sold one time. I'm never going to forget. I got sold a set of knives at Walmart on the electronics section. So somebody came on the intercom and said, hey, attention Walmart shoppers, if you're there by 11 o'clock, you'll get a free knife of, I don't know what brand, I forgot. So I was there, and I was like, I saw the clock, it was almost 11. I was there, I'm going to go get my free knife, right? So I went to get my free knife. There was a crowd, right? There's a crowd. They gave us a demonstration how I could cut steel and wood. You guys have seen all that, right? And yeah, they gave us a little rinky knife as long as you bought the set, which was like $90. And I was sold, and I bought it. Then I remember I got home, and I was like, why did I buy knives if I have knives? I just got excited. I got pumped. But I bought knives when I had knives, right? So I got sold. So there's 2 points to this story, right? First story is we're used to being sold everywhere. Okay, so if they would have said, guys, would you like, if they would have said on the intercom, guys, if you guys come to the electronics store to see a presentation, to see if you guys like the knives, we'll give you a knife. Nobody's going to show up. What did they do? They did a hook, and they said, come over here and collect your free knife. Anybody that's here will get a free knife. So we went there. Once we were there, they caught our attention. They didn't say who they were. They didn't mention the brand. They didn't do none of that. Kind of like if we start saying, hi, my name's Arturo, automatically, because everybody in the world is so used to being sold everywhere, as soon as you introduce yourself to a random stranger, the other person automatically thinks, wait a minute, why is he introducing himself to me? So if I say, hi, Oscar, my name is Arturo, the normal reaction is like, hi, I'm Oscar. What can I help you with, or what do you need? That's a normal response. That's a normal response that people will give you, because why else would you be introducing yourself if you don't need anything? I mean, Very few people will introduce yourself. Like, hi, my name's Arturo. Yes, how can I help you? I mean, very few people will be like, no, nothing. I just want to tell you my name. Like, well, I don't care who you are. I don't care about your name. I mean, why are you telling me your name? So that's why I put this slide out here, guys. There's no one, don't use your name introduction ever. So the first thing they did at that Walmart intercom thing, they didn't say who they were. They just said, come get your knife. What's that? What is that? Second thing they're doing, they're impressing. When I was there, they impressed me with something. So introduce yourself until you've made an impression. The reason I bought those knives, guys, is because they impressed me with what those knives could do. I didn't care what brand they were. After I saw what they could do, they say, oh, this is made by so and so. And at that point, you're like, I remember how, that day I remember the brand because I was like, oh, this brand can do this. I saw it with my own eyes. I was impressed. So don't ever introduce yourself. Hello, my name is Arturo, because automatically you're programming that other person to think. Person knows that you want something. It becomes a mind block, and they're only going to listen to blah 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 blah. I need this, or blah 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 blah. Can I get an appointment? Or blah 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 blah. Would you like some solar panels? Blah blah blah. They forget all that. They just cut to the point. Okay. Yesterday we had a couple of instances where people would open the doors, like he didn't say anything. He kind of put his ear right there on the door, and he like, he let me go. I say, hey, what's up, man? We're doing this, we're doing that, and he was like, I'm in a meeting. Like, what do you need? And that's what people will do, and we knew he wasn't in the meeting because we left, and like 4 houses down, he was out there getting his mail, talking to somebody else. So he really wasn't in the meeting, but people are just used to being sold. And so they immediately will tell you, what do you need? What do you want? And it becomes a mind block. The first thing to start a solar conversation or any type of conversation, don't start with an introduction of your name. Do not. How many times have we seen movies where there's a girl at the bar and say, hey, let me have a martini. I wish it was a martini, but it's a coffee. She's right there at the bar. How many times in movies have we seen where it's the smooth guy walks into the bar and then, he just says a random pickup line or a random thing. He doesn't say, hey, what's up? My name is, no, never. So we're kind of going to go with the same flow, and that's what I've used, and it's been successful with the same skeleton, with the same structure. First, create an impression, guys. Okay, everybody's huge on likes right now. Everybody wants followers. Everybody wants to be an influencer, right? Everybody nowadays has their Instagram, their Facebook, their TikTok, their Snapchat, their Twitter, everybody has, I know my kids are always like, Dad, I just posted it and it's got so many likes. I don't let them have Facebook, but they're on TikTok a little bit, and they have, which is probably worse. I think I should have done it the other way around. But anyways, people are after likes. People want to, how do you get likes on Facebook? How do you get this? You create an impression. You create an impression and people actually like it or put a heart on it or put something. You create that impression. How are people going to remember your name? How do people know, how do people know that I'm Turkey? You know what I mean? At some point I've created an impression in certain people. Okay, that's why they know Turkey. They don't know Turkey just because they remember. I mean, of course, Turkey's different than any other normal name, but that point aside, at one point I've created an impression. You guys have to create an impression. I'm sure there's a lot of people that know you because at that certain point you created an impression. What's the definition of impression? It's the effect or influence that something or someone has on a person's thoughts or feelings. Okay, an impression is also something such as a design or a footprint made by pressing or stamping a surface. How is an impression made on a cement? Freshly cement, boom, it's pressed and it's instilled. It's there. It sticks there. So that's what an impression is. It's something you do that sticks to something, a footprint, a design, something you did to impact somebody is an impression. Is what's gonna make you wow. One I'm never gonna forget, and it just happened like 2 weeks ago. I took my kids love Olive Garden, and I took my kids to Olive Garden, and I have 6 boys, those of you that don't know. So for us to get seated, it's 7 of us, right? For us to get seated, and so every time we go anywhere, we're like the large party, and they're like, what are we celebrating? Nothing. It's just my kids, bro. We just came to have dinner, because it's just a lot of us. And he was very courteous to my kids. He went specifically to each one of them and said, what would you like to drink? He didn't ask Dad. He didn't ask me what my kids wanted to drink. He went, What would you like to do? What would you like to do? And my kids were impressed by that. And I remember Santiago, the oldest one, said, Dad, I take back what I said that I would never tip any waiter because he didn't believe in tips. Said, I take that back. This waiter deserves a tip. I was like, why is that? It's like, because everybody always asks you and they're asking us what we want. Instead of us telling you what we want for the menu, the waiter's coming in. And to that, my kids were impressed by that. He personalized it and he just did a little bit more than what other waiters do. And so I'm talking about a 14-year-old being impressed, saying, I want to tip this guy. Obviously, I was going to pay. So he kind of basically was telling me, Dad, you got to tip him. But but my kids were impressed by that. And so what happened is that waiter created an impression on my kids. Therefore, so I remember that, the waiter's name was actually Oscar too, because there's an Oscar here, but his name was Oscar. And my kids remember that he was impressed. And so when you create an impression, guys, you're able to steer the conversation anywhere you go because you got that attention. All right. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to create that impression without even talking about solar? How are we going to do that? Let me go ahead and start right now. That's the secret. A genuine smile will make up half of the work to create an impression. All right. Smiling, just being happy, just being super happy, just being very light in your body, just being genuinely smiling to people. And I promise you that if you knock a door and you open the door and you're just like, they're gonna, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna smile back. They're like, hey, what's up? You're like, hey, what's up? Congratulations, what a beautiful home you have, while smiling. Congratulations, what a beautiful home, ma'am. For 2 years, I've been trying to buy a house, and I promise you, this is a house. Your house is beautiful. Who made this? Who built it? And you're talking and like, oh, well, thank you, and you're not talking about solar. You're not doing this. You're just smiling and you're being genuine. So when you're smiling, guys, and you could say several things of this, the smile will make up half of the work. Literally, it will make half of the work. It'll just literally just break the ice, just that smile alone. But it's gotta be genuine. You can't be like one of those smiles that my kids make when, smile, like all fake. You gotta genuinely feel it. So that's why on my door knocking sessions, training videos and stuff like that, my number one rule is if you ain't feeling like door knocking, if you're having a shitty day, if you're just not having a day like I was having this morning, I was guilty of it. Don't even go and do it because it's not gonna be genuine. When it's not genuine, it's fake, and when it's fake, it does not. So for it to work, you gotta genuinely be in a good mood. Now, that's one of the hardest things to do as a human being because stuff happens, shit happens, right? This morning, I just finished giving the same exact training, or, yesterday in Spanish, I just finished giving it. And this morning I was having a bad morning and I'm guilty of it. And I was guilty of it. And, I remember I woke up early and I was supposed to be in my office early, get some work done before having an in-person training before this Zoom. And, I wanted to go and get some stuff I needed, and I needed to go fix a flat tire and blah, 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 blah. Well, it just so happened it was 38 degrees, and it even came out on Twitter where everybody and their mother hit up Discount Tire, which is where I go. And I showed up to every Discount Tire, and there was a line of 20 cars. And then I went to another one, a line of 20 cars. And I was like, screw Discount Tire. I'm just going to go to a gas station. And gas stations, boom, the machines the compressors were broken. I went to another one, the compressors were broken. And then right when I was getting pissed because of traffic, I spilled the coffee on my car. Then I got more mad. And then I saw the clock and I was like, man, it's already 9 o'clock. And then you got people calling me. And then I just started getting frustrated. It was just one of those days. Right. And so then I made a video to promote this Zoom today. But, somebody called me out. She's actually here. And she said, hey, what happened to yesterday's training, man? Because yesterday you said, why are you worrying about it? And that's exactly. And she was right, because I was worrying. So even if I start worrying about things like when my consultants go and we're door knocking, and they're like, what's wrong, man? Why aren't you feeling? It's like, man, I'm stressed because I don't got money right now to pay my gas bill. I was like, oh, OK, well, why don't you try stressing more, bro? Stress more, and then open up your bank account and see if money grew there. What do you mean? I was like, well, yeah, you keep stressing. Is that helping money be in your account? No. Well, how about you stress more, bro? Well, go ahead and stress more and then open up your bank account. See if now there's money for your gas bill. There isn't. Even if you stress more and more and more, it doesn't change the fact that you don't got money in the bank account for the gas bill. So why don't we just get in a better mood and go do something about it, right? And so even if you keep stressing, and I was guilty of that today. And I'm telling you guys because even I do. That's why one of the hardest things to do is be in a good mood genuinely. But when you can do it and you're smiling and you're having a great day, I promise you're gonna do things, because you can say you're in the Walmart, you see a little baby, be like, hey, little one, what's up, dude? You're so cute. Hey, and then all of a sudden, oh, thank you. The moms go, the moms, Yeah, he's so cute. I got one of them at home and this and that. How old is he? Is he 3 years old? Yeah. Oh, yeah, man, I didn't bring him right now. I'm at work. Oh, really? What do you do? And then all of a sudden they're asking you, oh, really? What do you do? Must be nice to be at work and be able to come over here shopping, whatever. What do you do? Oh, all of a sudden you start a conversation. Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. You know what? Oh, man, I can't believe you're wearing that 49ers jersey. I hate that jersey. But you're smiling. What's the difference? If I say, hey, man, you know what? I hate that jersey, bro. I'm all about Cowboys. You're smiling and be like, oh, no, they start talking crap back. Or if you go like that and you go like, I hate that jersey, bro. You're probably going to smack me. There's a difference. There's a difference if you say, if you say with a smile or you say without a smile. You know what I mean? How many of you guys have actually, since door knocking is, those of you that don't want to door knock or just getting late and, whatever, or those of you that don't buy leads and don't have leads, how many have actually gone to stand in line? How many? Because there's still a lot of people that don't do online payments. There's still a lot of people that pay their bills in the Walmart money, what is it called? The money center, or, there's other centers to pay their bills. There's still people that line up every month. How many of you have gone at the beginning of the month, lined up, take a fake bill? I don't care, because you probably do online, but just take a fake bill, just take it and just stand right there in line and just look at it and be like, oh man, this is ridiculous. This bill is ridiculous. And just laugh and shrug it off. And as soon as you say those words out loud, the guy in front of me, the guy behind me, they're gonna be like, dude, isn't it crazy? I'm getting the bill too. How much was yours? Oh, mine was $500. How much was yours? $300. Oh, but I'm glad I put panels, man. This is my last bill I'm paying. Oh, do those really work? Yeah. Where'd you get them from? Oh, well, let me tell you. As a matter of fact, I have somebody that can help you. Oh, really? Yeah. They're helping me. And boom, you're getting leads right there off of the bill, because all there is in that line is people paying their electric bill, right? So all of a sudden you're talking to people paying their high electric bill and they're listening to you, but you're doing it with a smile. So you want the reason the smile changes is because you're approachable. If you're pissed in that line and be like, oh, I freaking hate this bill, man. I can't believe it. People will listen to you, but you're mad. Ain't nobody wants to go talk to a mad person. I promise you that. Nope. That guy's having a bad day. I'm staying away. But if you're just smiling, be like, man, this bill's ridiculous. I can't believe it. Here we go. All of a sudden you're approachable and people will come to you. On their own, because remember, we're trying to start that conversation, but in reality, we're steering the conversation. We're steering the people to ask us, what is it that we do? Because once they do, they're the ones asking. Once they ask us, they're waiting for a response. So, for example, if I say, hey, man, I'm so happy. I hope you're having a great day as well. I'm having a wonderful day. How many times have you ever said that to a person and smiled? Nobody. If you're having a good time, you're having a good time, but you don't tell anybody. And I promise you, just by doing that, that's contagious. And people are like, oh, really? Well, why are you so happy? Man, because I just got promoted at work. Oh, really? What do you do? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked me. Oh, you know what? And you're talking, to the little, to the mom with the baby and this and that. Oh, man, so you're a single dad, or you're a single dad mom, or are you grandma? You're taking? Yeah, oh, so you're retired probably? No, I'm at work. Oh, okay. So you're retired. Yeah. Every time you ask a question, people that don't know you mirror that question back. What do you do if you're somewhere and you see a lady, you're a guy, you see a lady and you say, hey, you're talking, you see, are you married? What's the next question they're gonna ask? Or they're gonna answer either yes or no, whatever. But almost always, what's the second question they ask? They mirror back the question. They're like, are you? Well, how about you? Oh, no, I'm going to work. I'm on my way to work. And they're like, oh, or you can ask them, are you on your way to work? Oh, no. But what's the next question? How about you? Almost always they will say, how about you? And that's what we want. We want people to ask us, because once they ask us, we're able to, well, why you? Since you're asking, let me tell you. Another thing is smiling while doing something. That's why I put it right here on the slide too. Hey, let me go ahead and help you with those boxes real quick. Let me go ahead and help you. As we're door knocking, we do this a lot. Hey, it's trash day. You hit up a neighborhood where all the bins are out on the curb. Hey, how you doing, sir? My name's Arturo. Hey, I hope you don't mind the garbage truck already passed by. I just put your bin right on the side. I don't know if you put it in there, but kind of saw the other houses there. I hope you don't mind. Oh, well, thank you. Hey, it's because we're just in the neighborhood. Oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, I'm glad you asked. And boom, we're getting appointments, but in reality, all we're doing is putting trash bins next to the house. That's not my job, but I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart. But it's doing a good deed, and they're gonna wonder why, because people don't do that, guys. People aren't just randomly smiling, or people aren't just randomly putting trash bins in the house. They're like, well, why are you doing this? Oh, well, because I'm working here. I might as well. I'm already here. But just doing you a favor, but why? I mean, people aren't like that. Why are you doing it? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. You give up your place in line. How many of you guys are standing in line? There's a big old line at Walmart, Target, whatever. Be like, hey, you know what, sir? Why don't you go right in front of me? It's okay, no worries. Oh, are you sure? Yeah. Oh, thank you. You're so nice. Yeah, it just seems like you're in a rush. Oh no, I'm not in a rush. Oh no, I just thought you were going to work. See, now you're already steering the conversation. Oh, I thought you were on your way to work. Oh, I thought you just got off work. Oh, it looks like you're stressed. No, not at all. Oh, but it's okay. Don't worry. Oh, why are you stressed? No. Oh, are you on your way to work? Yeah. Oh, what do you do? Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. And boom, you start talking. Well, you know what do you do? You know what is it that you do? And you steer the conversation, because smiling changes everything. See, everybody thinks that I was going to talk about some secret pitch today. Everybody thought that I was going to talk about some secret pitch and some secret wording where I kind of entice people to do it. And it's not. It's just smiling to people and just loving on people. And because smiling can help you live longer. Smiling makes people happy. Smiling can boost your immune system. I mean, which is crazy. Every doctor tells you that, hey, tell them a joke, and they got clowns in all these hospitals and stuff like that, because smiling is proof to do that. Babies, I didn't even know this, but babies smile in the uterus. Actually, I didn't even know that, because smiles are contagious. It tells you right there, smiles are contagious. The only thing we want to catch. People like smiling. People hate having bad days, like I was having this morning. And then I showed up, and then my boy Jermaine started talking crap. He made me smile until he made me laugh. He's right here. He's right next to her. He's like, why are you talking crap, man? Why are you dissing my coffee? And this and that. And I'm like, Jermaine, bro, I'm not having it today. Man, and he kept budging, but he was smiling until boom, I was out of it. Smiling helps reduce pain and increase endurance, guys. Smiling is good for business and success. Smiling makes you feel good and younger. Look at me, bro. I'm just kidding. But no, guys, for reals, this is the key, and you guys will start conversations. Just who cares if it gets dark, guys? Just hit up the most popular places in America. Go to Taco Bell, go to Walmart, go to Mickey D's, go to Target, go to Walgreens, CVS, Subway, Starbucks. Everybody is in there. I'm never gonna forget when I just got to Dallas. I had gone a team. Jermaine and Yaya and this other guy called Oscar, and I took him to Starbucks, and I was going to Starbucks for a coffee, but I had given these guys sheets, and I told them, all you got to do for an appointment is have these people fill out the sheet. Now, when I said it, I meant for us to go door knocking and have people fill out the sheet. But I never said where, right? So these guys just took it literal. So I went to Starbucks. Next thing I know, these guys are like, got the coffee. Next thing I know, these guys are like, hi, sir, you happen to be a homeowner? Yeah, would you mind filling this out and we'll set up an appointment? All of a sudden, we walked out of there with like 4 appointments. These guys were just handing out sheets. People were filling them out, giving us an appointment. And I was like, dang, how come I didn't think of that? They were just doing it. We were at a Starbucks. And I was like, man, we don't even need to door knock already. We already got 4 appointments. I remember we got like 2 sales out of that. And they were just like, literally, and I was like, man, we're going to get kicked out of Starbucks, man. This is like soliciting in the business, and they're going to kick us out. But no, they weren't standing in between. They would let the people get the coffee while they were waiting for their name to be called to get the coffee. These guys just happened to be there, sitting right next to it, be like, hey, you happen to be a homeowner? Yeah. Hey, man, we're getting appointments and giving free information. Would you mind filling this out? Boom. Appointments, just right that. It was wonderful. It was like, I was so proud of them. Like, they just thought outside the box. They still do it. I have a guy that's just everywhere is asking with their homeowner. Yesterday I was pumping gas, and he was just putting his flyers up on the gas. But yeah, guys, but you always got to do it in a good mood. You're always smiling. You're always helping people genuinely. You got to create an impression to guide them for them to ask you, what is it that you do? That's how you start a conversation, guys. When they ask you, and now that they ask you, you're steering the conversation. So what's the key? How do you start the conversation? You're smiling, you're in a good mood, and you're helping people, and you're just not talking about solar, not talking about whatever it is you're selling. You might be selling houses like me, I do real estate too. You might be selling, I don't know, Girl Scout, whatever it is. You're just smiling, you're having a good day, you're helping people, and people are gonna they're gonna give you the reciprocal of that. They're just gonna give you the same thing. They're gonna mirror you, all right? Then all you gotta do is simply be like, I help homeowners understand the renewable energy benefits and give free information of how to own their own energy. Are you a homeowner by any chance? Yeah, so what do you mean? What do you mean you give free information? Like, what do you mean renewable energy? Like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about like solar panels or what? Because my neighbor's got solar panels. Oh, really? How's it going with them? Oh, no, well, they do like it, but, we kind of don't. Oh, why not? And then boom, that's a conversation. You're answering questions. So guys, the key is not that you gotta tell a lot of jokes and make people just ha 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 laugh. That's not the key. The key doesn't mean that you have to be all good looking like Turkey or none of that. That's not the key. I'm just kidding. That was a joke, guys. But the key is just to be fresh, be genuine, and just smile. Just so contagious. Smile at people. Just love on people. Just go and make a friend. So that's why when I tell door knockers, hey, we're not gonna go sell anything. When you're on the phone, don't be selling anything. Just be on the phone and make a friend. When you're door knocking, just make a friend. Compliment them. Say nice things. Just go make a friend. I promise you, if you make a friend, they're gonna listen to anything you have to say. To anything they have to say. Anything. In reality, basically, to guide a conversation, to create that conversation, you're only steering them for them to start the conversation. See, that's why we get stuck as salespeople, because we want to start it. We want to be the ones talking about solar, but we don't. Instead of doing that, why don't we let them start it with us? And then all we got to do is answer questions. And so that's where people get stuck. People get stuck because they're the ones that want to talk. Why don't we let them talk? Why don't we let them ask questions? And all we got to do is answer questions. Let them ask, we answer. Hey, since you asked. Now, the reason they're going to ask is because we're smiling. We're creating an impression with them. How do we impress them? By talking good about them, good about their kids, their jersey, their teams, doing good deeds to them, putting the trash bin, helping them with their groceries, helping the lady with the groceries, things that people will be like, why are you doing this? Like, well, because I can, man. I'm having a great day. When's the last time you had a great day? Oh, well, why are you having a great day? Because mine's not so great. I mean, I could use a little bit of great today. Well, because, I just got promoted in this really good business that I'm in. And, oh, really? And one or two things are going to happen. They're going to want to know about the business to join your business. Or two, they're going to want to know, hey, what can I do to get what you have? Okay. And then they're asking you. And that's all you got to do is answer questions. You create that conversation and open up a world of opportunities, guys. All right. So I'm doing basic 101 stuff right here, guys, that many of us salespeople struggle with because we overthink, we abstract think, we critical think. We think that it takes a lot more verbiage than just a simple smile, guys. So I encourage you guys, I really challenge you guys to go ahead and try it out today. Literally just go out to wherever you're at and then just try it. The worst thing that can happen if you try it is nothing. That's the worst thing that can happen, nothing. And the best thing is an appointment. Okay, guys? So it's either nothing because you're already sitting on nothing, or go get an appointment. All right, guys? So be blessed. I'm going to go ahead and end this right here, guys. I'll see you guys next week. For those of you who speak Spanish, Tuesday, Spanish at 1 p.m. Central, Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central in English, guys. You guys be blessed and have a wonderful rest of the week, guys. Bye-bye.